about your character and kind of the premise, because these are like pilots that not everybody's going to be familiar with yet.
Yeah, totally. So I play a character named Jonah Day. He is the son of a famous singer-songwriter, kind of like like a Carly Simon or Joni Mitchell or something like that. And he is one of the 6 characters that comprise of the interestings. And I don't know if I want to do any spoilers, but there's a traumatic event that happens to him as a kid, and kind of defines how he relates to people and connects with his friends and his relationships throughout the rest of his life, and something that he has to learn how to deal with and meander through. But yeah, he's incredibly complex and a beautiful character. He's a musician. He plays. As a kid, he was a prodigy guitar player and singer-songwriter, and I'm a musician too, so I connect to him that way.
Was that part of what drew you to this project?
Yeah, I think there's a beautiful and tragic complexity and realness to these characters. And reading the book, I was just compelled by how real Meg Wolitzer wrote these characters, and how beautifully Lynn and Richard adapted them to the pilot. They're fascinating character. It's a character-driven story. It's not. And that for an actor is a dream come true. We're always looking for complex and deep people to represent in our stories, and so that's definitely what drew me to the show.
And the novel covers several different generations, several different decades of time. Now, which decades are you going to fall into?
I will be falling into the decades of 1980s, 1985-ish, around that era, and then 1990s, which most of the present, I guess you could say, is the 90s, and then we're flashing back to the 80s and the 70s. So my younger counterpart, is an amazing actor named Jance, will be playing my younger self. And we all have a younger self, which has been really cool to collaborate and create a character with another person. That's not an opportunity you have as an actor many times. And also just get to play a character later in life and different eras. It's a big challenge that I really hope we get to explore more of. Yeah.
Working with the younger you, do you have to kind of train him on like how you talk and how you move?
We talked a lot about that. We didn't so much come up with like any sort of physical or vocal specificities, just because we thought it was more of an intention thing, and like what our past was and how that informed how we communicate with other people, and how we think about ourselves, how we mask certain things, how we are honest about certain things. More the psychology of the character versus the physicality, because people do change naturally over time, and we didn't want to establish something that could become detrimental in later episodes. So yeah, it could be kind of weird,